Time now is 10 after 6, and I promised Matt to do 3-4 videos.
Yeah, we did 2 yesterday.
I did 2 yesterday and 1 today. And I said to Matt, I'm going to mop while you talk. The reason being is I think my mopping expresses a lot.
It's one of your favorite most.
One of my favorite jobs to do because I feel like I'm exercising. Also the fact that I'm 66.
I just got an idea. Remember, we were kind of just riffing. We didn't really have an
Yeah, we didn't have it. Yeah.
But let's talk about exercise within lifestyle instead of like going to the gym to exercise or lifting weights, doing push-ups, or anything that we do. Be specific about it. Like, what are the other kind of things can you think of?
Well, to me, I really like mopping the floor. To me, that's.
So you're moving. And
I'm moving and I'm pushing. Like push 1, push 2. And I mean, really, this is what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I can really get a sense of enjoyment and a sense of satisfaction. The other thing I like, actually 3 other things I like doing. I'm actually a perfect mate. I like washing dishes.
Yeah.
Washing dishes. The other one is,
meditative.
and almost the other one is bananas.
What? Carrying them around? Like,
well, it is. I go, sometimes I have to go to the store and I carry one box in each hand.
Yeah.
And that's 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So that's.
I feel lugging your bananas around.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's how I exercise besides exercise. Your turn.
Well,
and I'll mop the floor and I'll let you talk. Of everybody, I know you are the best talker. I feel like I don't even know what to say when I'm around you. I feel like you're so eloquent and so descriptive.
And I try to, as much as I can, I try to avoid sophistry. But so,
try to avoid what?
What?
What did you just say?
As much as I can, I try to avoid sophistry.
Oh my gosh. There's another big word.
No,
I never even heard of that.
Well, it just means it's like philosophy for the sake of philosophy, just like trying to make things more complicated so you can talk about them more and just kind of walk in circles around the idea instead of making it a practical point of philosophy. But so like when we're working on the farm, we're working everything that we're doing. Like I feel like if you're involved in a lifestyle where you're sustaining yourself, you don't need to engage yourself in all these arbitrary forms of exercise. You don't need to have machines and treadmills and weight systems and stuff like that.
I have that.
But every day I'm pushing wheelbarrows by the mulch or manure or something around, carrying around big trees and things of like that nature. And it's like, you remember that movie Rocky 4, where he goes to Russia to fight the Russian guy, and so his form of training was basically doing all the things that the self-sustaining homesteaders are doing. He was carrying the yoke thing, and he was running up the hill, and he was chopping wood. I mean, all those things they'll really make you fit. It's a really great method of fitness. But so many people are like so concentrated on sustaining their lifestyle through like going to work and making a paycheck that they have to sort of devise this whole other industry.
Like monkeys.
Yeah.
Monkeys are strong.
Yeah.
They don't do anything.
No, they just kind of, they sleep more than we do. They hang out, and they just kind of lay out in the trees and find food to eat all day and stuff like that.
You think that's because they eat bananas all day long?
What?
They're so strong?
I think that they're fit because they eat the food that they're supposed to eat, and they play, and they do what they're supposed to do. I mean, monkeys don't. Monkeys
hear that, George?
Monkeys swing in the trees, and they eat bananas, and they're strong.
I'm proud of these guys.
So basically... So if you're
talking, I just got my monkey.
I know. if your lifestyle consists of doing the things that are required to sustain you as a human, as an animal, as a species, then you're going to be as fit as you should be. I mean, your body's going to your body's going to be in good shape and good fitness from doing the thing. I mean, that's why there's no accidents in as far as how our anatomy was designed, our physiology, what we should be eating. All these things we engage in our life, by growing our food, building our shelters, playing, all these things will make us physically fit. We don't have to like get involved in all these really rigid exercise routines and have all the, I mean, like that's part of the thing I like about this whole like fitness world. It's always like these tips about how to work out, how to exercise, and all this stuff. You could, get 2 birds at once if you say like, go back to living a natural lifestyle, and then you're gonna be doing things that make you fit. If you're gardening, if you're outside, if you're setting up permacultural establishments and all this kind of stuff, all that requires a level of fitness, and it's a gradual level of fitness, and it's a level of fitness that's safe because it is gradual, because you're always grounded. You're doing anything that you're doing, you can do at your own pace without stressing yourself, because everything's very gradual, and it's carrying things here, digging here, and all that kind of stuff. It's all essential to
part of your daily routine too.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like you have to like make time to do it. Like if you say, oh, I have to make sure I have a half an hour to do my running, or I have to have half an hour to do my push-ups or something. It's just along with, like, you get up in the morning, like, oh, I can't wait to go out and work in the garden. And you do those things, and you make your food, you grow your food, you harvest it, and in the meantime, you're getting fit. So there's no, like, you don't have to compartmentalize your life and say, oh, I better make sure I get my fitness in, I better make sure I go get my food. It all should be the same thing. It should all be enjoyable, and it should feel really natural.
I like that.
So fitness, you know, doesn't, and that's another thing about, like, people, like, a lot of times fitness is geared toward a lot of superficial aspect. Like, oh, I want to have rock hard six-pack abs. So you end up doing exercises that are isolated exercises specifically for certain muscles for the arbitrary reason of aesthetics, as opposed to doing things that are more well-rounded and an intrinsic part of living a human lifestyle. You know, you don't really, if you're constantly moving things around and lifting logs for lumber and carrying, you know, soil and plants and moving trees and all that kind of stuff, you're going to be strong and fit. You know, it's derived from living a natural lifestyle. So you don't develop all these paradigms about this, how people's stomachs should look, and you don't have all these like aesthetic standards about what a fit stomach should look like. So you have people who can't quite attain that, and they feel excluded or they feel not good enough. And there's all this like unacceptance of ourselves because we don't fit this standard body image that we get from like manipulating and sculpting our body through these arbitrary exercises. Instead, we could be spending our lives playing and growing and exploring, and then relaxing, mopping the floors, and these things we have to do, and we'll be fit and healthy rather than just focusing on these physical paradigms that promote misogyny and over-sexualization and you know, and objectification. And I think that's a slippery slope that's tread a lot in the natural food or the raw food or 8-fruitarian 811 kind of symptom. It's like sex sells, and they promote these misogynistic and abusive rape culture ideals to promote something that's supposed to be peaceful and cruelty-free.
No, today I was just thinking about being 66. Yeah. That crowd is not being addressed. I mean, look at that light.
No, that is.
And as I said, the lights went out. I mean, I feel that at 66, I'm just barely hitting my peak.
Yeah.
And I think one of the main things is my diet. I think my diet, I have like even though you don't agree it, but I have like a regimen, and I pretty much stick to the routine, and feels really good about it. Like today, I said, you know what, I feel like mopping the floor. I mean, and to me, it brings me such joy and comfort, and being able to do this in a very hard manner, saying, I'm 66 and I rock.
Right.
You hear that, senior citizen? You can rock at 66. I can't wait till I'm 75.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I don't disagree with you having a regimen of fitness. I don't agree with anybody. I think it's very important.
Right. That's right.
When you have the opportunity or the privilege to be able to engage in those lifestyle activities of growing your food and building your shelter, that's a privilege. It's an opportunity that's good to have, and it brings with it the privilege of being healthy and fit. If you don't necessarily have that privilege for whatever reason, then you should develop some sort of a program to keep yourself fit, and basically you're just mimicking the kind of experiences you would have if you were living that lifestyle. Right. And in that model, if somebody was 66 or getting that old, they'd still be responsible.
Getting that young.
Getting to that age. They would still be responsible. They'd still be responsible for a lot of those lifestyle aspects that would keep them fit. Right. They would only have to do it to the degree that they could be capable of, and you know, and it would be less more progressive and gradual and all those kinds of things. So it would address that.
Progressive and gradual like that, which means when you say progressive, to my mind, at 66 I'm getting younger and more fit.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean I'm getting gradually going to go down. Which most people my age, what they're feeling is their best has passed.
Right.
And my feeling, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, it's sort of irrational, and it promotes like just.
And that's a mindset. A mindset. I'm getting old. I'm going to need to take my medication or joint pain. And this doesn't have to be that way.
It's very defeating to think that your best is behind you. It's kind of irrational.
Right.
So why would you live? How can you live like that?
That's right.
That's a good message too.
Good message too.
Your best is always ahead of you, right?
The best is always ahead. And actually, we had a really good talk today. Why don't you explain on that? Not really, or what? We're at 2 o'clock.
What?
About 2 o'clock. James, what were some of your ideals for
how much were we at?
9:35.
You got 25 seconds. And actually, Matt really may be back. We may be back shorter here.
Well,
maybe not.
If opportunities open up, there's opportunities that could be developing, and I always go towards the opportunity for the best thing.
For the highest good of everyone.
Yeah, and we're always looking for an opportunity, like everybody knows kind of our projects. I can go see them at the website and everything, and we kind of travel and we set up permacultural sustainability setups and things like that. We're always looking for a place that offers more opportunity to interact with the community and provide for people who don't have as much as other people. And one of the opportunities that might be there that would compel us to leave where we are and come there is the ability to have the resources and the land to create a food forest setup that could feed the community, so that we could develop a system, a food forest system of sustainability that we can teach people with by letting them come and learning from it and just keep documenting as we're doing. But also the fruits of that could feed many people, and then we can give that to the food banks in the Philly area and just in urban areas.
Matt, what I love about you, when you work, it's not about you. It's not about you. You always think, how many people can I help? I mean, right now we have an opportunity to help thousands of people rather than a few.
Yeah.
And to me, your drive is along those lines.
Yeah, I think.
How many people can I help? How can I be of service to most people I can? I'm like that too, but not at the same level.
Well, I think I just try to contextualize. I don't think about me
Right.
helping other people. It's like
Right.
trying to contextualize who I am in a much
Right.
broader perceptive
Right.
sense. So, like, if I understand myself to be the part of this unified organism,
Right.
the more of that organism I can help, the better I'm doing for myself. So it's
Okay.
like still being selfish, but with
The more I can help others,
the proper
the more
perception.
I can identify myself.
And that's how I stay so closely connected to the earth, because I understand that there's no way that I can be more healthy than the soil is. So if I take on certain lifestyle habits or health food techniques that aren't benefiting the soil, no matter how healthy they are for my body, they're not going to benefit me. And that's how I've been able to sort of navigate my life and do things in an ecologically sensible way to the pursuit of health without compromising any sort of planetary health for my own illusion of this boundary encased part of me to be healthier. I mean, it's not. It's actually scientific. It's not some spiritual concept. There's no boundaries between our experience and that of the soil or other people, because if they're afflicted, we're affected directly. So by me trying to constantly, what I'm doing is not trying to help more people than myself. It's how can I efficiently serve the whole. And that, to me, if I can maintain that perspective, it also helps me in my quest for self-realization and sort of a spiritual awareness.
Well, that's why, Matt, I love being with you. You're the best. Anyway, this is from Life Miles Away with Matt. Stay tuned. Maybe back shortly. May not be back for a long time. Anyway, there are 3 videos and maybe one more before we leave. Okay, bye.